Hi everybody. Just as a response to a request by my friend Rob Ash, he wanted me to do a reveal of my motorcycle that I ride when I do my videos. And I thought I would just do something a little different with that. Just thought I'd go over history of the motorcycles I've owned. First of all, this is a SL350 Honda. This is my first motorcycle. I bought this when I went off to school. My parents wouldn't let me have one when I was at home, so I didn't get this until I was about 19. I was off at college, and turns out you could ride a motorcycle right up to the front door of your classroom. If you drove a car, you had to park about 4 or 5 miles away. So that was a no-brainer for me, and I'd always wanted one. This is a great motorcycle for a first motorcycle. It was a 4-stroke. It's a twin. Had lots of grunt, lots of power, had great sound. I got it as an on-off road bike, but it was a little heavy for that. I didn't take it off the road all that much, but for a first bike, back in the late 70s, this was early 70s, this was a perfect motorcycle to have. Had it for a couple of years. During the summers, I had several jobs, and I worked and saved my money up and decided I wanted to get something new. I never had a new motorcycle, so I thought I'd buy my first new one. This is what I bought. These are, of course, none of these pictures are of the motorcycles I actually owned. These are just ones I can find on the internet because I didn't have the sense to take pictures back then. This is a DT250 Honda, a Yamaha on-off road bike. It was a lot lighter than the Honda, maybe 100 pounds lighter, and it was a single-cylinder 2-stroke. It was a great motorcycle. It turned out to be a much better motorcycle to ride to school. It was a lot more nimble, a lot lighter. Got me around great, and I rode it quite a bit. I even rode it back and forth from Raleigh, where I was in school, to Charlotte, North Carolina. A good 3-hour ride. Rode it several times, but I was a lot younger then and didn't seem to mind riding for long distances on a little bike like this. Well, I had this bike all the way through school. When I got out of school, I came across a guy who had a motorcycle he wanted to sell, and so back in, this would be probably in 1980, I bought this next motorcycle. This is an INXS 1100 Yamaha. I don't actually know the year model. It was used when I bought it. But this is my first big street bike, and 4-cylinder, inline, shaft drive, all the power in the world, more power than I could ever want. In fact, I've been faster on this motorcycle than any motorcycle I've ever been on. In fact, it went so fast that it scared me so bad I haven't been back that fast again. But it was a great motorcycle. I rode it for a number of years. In fact, I kept it until I got married and had some small kids, and it just wasn't getting ridden. I was working a lot and wanted to spend time with the family, so we traded it in on a 4-wheeler, which for years we rode the kids around on. They had a great time on, and you know, we really enjoyed it. But all things come around circle again, and it became time for me. I really wanted to buy another motorcycle, so I bought this thing. Yep, I got this back in October of '07, according to the picture. This is the day I brought it home. This is a Yamaha, I believe it's a YZR1 or Yamaha, and super sport bike, the first super sport bike I'd ever owned. Absolutely love this motorcycle. I rode this thing all through the countryside, terrorized my neighbors. The same roads you see me filming, I would just scream through, and believe me, it is a completely different situation on my bike I have now to ride than it was on this. This thing was faster than anything I can imagine. The acceleration was unbelievable, and I absolutely loved the motorcycle. But my wife decided that she wanted to start riding with me, and if you've ever seen the little seat on the back of one of these things with no backrest and everything, the way you have to ride on them, there was just no way she was going to enjoy it. So I'd had my time with this, so we decided to get something else, and that's what we have now. And here it is. That is a 2007 Yamaha V-Star 1300 Tourer version. The Tourer comes with the windshield and the bags and the backrest. I've done a few other little things to it, not much. I did put some footboards for her back instead of the pegs. I thought that would be more comfortable. I put a backrest on it for me. That made all the difference in the world. And a few other little things. The fellow who owned it before me put on some really nice grips, and I went and got the associated floorboard mounted foot pegs, which have been just fantastic. They have done a really great job for me. Really let me stretch out and relax. But this is it. Oop, ant crawling on my motorcycle. What can you do? Alrighty, well I just thought I'd show you. This is, Rob, I hope you enjoy seeing what I got right here. And this is what I'm riding. And I appreciate it. If you guys like this, like it, or comment, or just whatever. And I'll talk to you next time. Bye.